Welcome back to another episode of the Indigo Church. I'm just really happy to be here with you, and I hope you're happy to be here with me. And we got something beautiful for today. So we're going to get right into it. John chapter 11 is this week's chapter. And it feels so good. I've had such a long day. It's really late right now, and I haven't been able to do this video until just now. And it feels so good to be in front of the camera talking about what really matters. The only hope really in this world is the saving power of Jesus Christ. Like, there's nothing else that's really gonna save you or lead you to a path of real righteousness where you're not working towards filling a hole that could never be filled. Your hole is actually filled through Jesus. You can actually be fulfilled and actually start growing and feeling true love, true, perfect love, with everything that comes with it, like the patience. And that's really been so big for me, is the patience. It's really hard to be patient, but when someone's patient with you, I mean, that's a beautiful thing. And it's got to be a give and take. It's got to be a nice balance. Like, our God is very fair, and just being able to grow to a place where I could learn patience and not just receive it is amazing. And it's God that's the reason for such accelerated growth. I would not be where I am today without God and Jesus Christ. And I can say that confidently. It changed my life a whole 180, and then I just been going. My life was probably like and now it's just like and it's just like the growth is just so accelerated, dude. Like, you make that decision to just it's just so good. So I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. I mean, I'm going into like basically the chapter of the Bible that I read today, but it's an experience. It's more than just the Bible. It's an experience in your life. Like, it's been an experience in my life. Like, you just gotta start a relationship with God and start walking with God. And when God talks, you listen. And it's hard to put down temptations, but God's gonna test you. Like, for real. There's gonna be a voice in the back of your head that's when you start working with God, and you can easily turn it off and keep doing what you want to do, or you can give up the things you want to do in that moment to realize something bigger. And then that something bigger is realized in your life, and it all pays off. So it's always hard in the moment to turn down something that's instant gratification to build for something better later. But when you know and you believe in God and his greatness and what he's able to do and how he's capable of anything and nothing's impossible to him, and he wants to work with you for a reason to do great things, it's like, yeah, I'll put down that thing I thought I wanted because, like, it's not as important. Not as important as where I'm going and what he's doing in my life. And I want to work with God, and he wants to work with me. Otherwise, he wouldn't be telling me, yo, don't do that right now. So I'm going to not do it. So, this is John chapter 11. And I'm going to jump right into it now after that little intro thing, whatever that was. So, there's a little background information, which I didn't even really know these characters yet. But these characters kind of new to me. Martha, Mary, and Lazarus, they're all siblings. Now, I don't think this is like Mary Magdalene, you feel me? Like, this some other Mary, I think. Because otherwise, like, he would say it's his mom, right? Anyway. I'm trying to get love with it. Stretch out. So yeah, Martha, Mary, and Lazarus are siblings. And Jesus loves them. Then Lazarus dies. And Jesus wept. So Jesus has the grave opened. So Jesus goes and he's like, Lazarus is dead. And he's like basically calling on his father, and he's like just pleading like this is such a bad thing. Because they all keep telling him, they're like, if you were here, Lazarus wouldn't have died. If you were here, Lazarus wouldn't have died. And he's just feeling so guilty. And he just feels so powerless in that moment. Like he was stripped of any opportunity he had to save this life. And he just starts like pleading to God, like because him and God are like together, like one and the same. And he's like, Father, like I need to raise this man from the dead. Basically, like he's trying to save Lazarus, even though he's been dead for 4 days. And he's like, yo, so he feels it. He's like, yeah, the miracle is gonna happen. Yeah, he believes in it. He believes in it. He feels it in his spirit. He knows it to be true. He knows Lazarus is back alive now, and he's like, move the boulder out of the way. Open up this grave. And they're like, but Lazarus has been dead for 4 days. He's all stinky and rotting. And Jesus is like, do you believe that I am Jesus Christ, like the Son of God? Do you believe in all the miracles I've been doing? And they're like, yes, we believe you're the Son of God. And he's like, well, then move that boulder. And they do it. So Lazarus has been dead for 4 days, but Jesus and his Father bring Lazarus up from the dead. The miracle of Lazarus being brought back from the dead by Jesus spreads throughout the nation. So now everyone's like, he brought a dead man back to life. Oh my gosh. And because there was a lot of witnesses to this account, more than have been to his previous miracles, is kind of what we're under the impression from how everything goes about and how many people were around when this was all going down. And so the word spreads through the nation that Jesus did this miracle, brought back a dead person that's been dead for 4 days. And basically these power-hungry leaders that are in charge of these nations are getting worried. They're like basically a little jealous of the type of power Jesus has, because these people are power-hungry people. They want to conquer and have power over everything. So the fact that this one man alone are doing things that they can't do, they're kind of jealous, really. They're like, why does he have the power to do that? People are going to start leaving my nation and go follow him. They're like, but I want all my people to basically be my slaves and work for me because I'm the best. I'm the emperor of Rome. I'm the blah, blah, blah of this city, nation, whatever. And they all think they're high and mighty, and they see the things Jesus are doing that are way more high and mighty than anything they could ever accomplish in their lives. And so they want him dead. So these power-hungry leaders are worried, so they plan to take Jesus and kill him. So now Jesus makes a decision, I guess, to live his life a little less open. Him and his disciples, he decides to go to some very remote kind of nation called Ephraim. I want to say Ephraim. Which is like it's a nearby country near the woods, kind of like on the outskirts of town. It's kind of the way it feels like. He's on the outskirts of town where people aren't really going to find him. So he takes his disciples to this Ephraim place, which is a safer place. And that's how the chapter ends. Jesus goes to find some solitude and peace with his disciples so he can continue to grow his relationships with the witnesses to his accounts and just grow as Jesus, as a God walking on this earth with the power of God in his heart, in his spirit, but still an earthly man, fighting temptations just like you and me. So, thank you guys for being here, and I really hope everything goes the way it needs to go for you. I really hope you're walking with God, because then it will. God's not going to fail you. God's never failed. Just hold him above all and hold him close to your heart. You can't value things of this life very much, and especially, definitely, not more than you can value God, because God gave everything that you have. Without Him, you're nothing, and you have nothing. God gave you your life. So I just hope you are putting your priorities the right way, and the number one top priority should be God, because that's the only thing that's going to save you at the end of the day. Not just after you die, but while you live. So I really appreciate you guys for being here, and I'm really thankful that I have an opportunity to even talk about my God in front of anybody who's willing to listen, because I know some places you can't even talk about stuff like this without being condemned and shot and persecuted, because people are still afraid of the glory of God. People are still jealous of the power of God, because it works. If you take God in your life, you'll realize it works. It transforms you to such a higher being than an earthly being. You start living in spirit, and you become so much more powerful than most people. They don't want that in other countries. They don't want people that have so much hope and perseverance, because they know that no matter what happens on this earth, they got God by their side. Like you can withstand so much more. You become so stronger with God in your life. You just become such a powerful person, because you know nothing on this earth matters that much. People who want to feed you fear and paranoia to sell you things and just control you. People that want to control you, there's a lot of those people, and they can't do that anymore when you have God. You have the armor of God on. Nothing, you can't be controlled. No insults people say to you. Nothing. No one else can dictate your life. Your life's being dictated by the Most High, the greatest Lord. And that's such a blessing. So that's really.
Good night, Dylan.
Good night.
Are you in your bathroom?
Yeah. I forget. I lost my train of thought when she started going up the steps. But I was really flowing there for a second, and I hope it meant something. I mean, just even being able to talk about this stuff out loud makes me feel so good. And I hope somebody else gets to hear this, and they decide to have like a relationship with God and Jesus Christ, and have the same transforming powers take hold in their life and change them for the better, and realize what it is to be such a person above the controlling nature of this world. Like, everyone's trying to put a chain on you somewhere, and to break all those chains, and to realize that I'm above all that because I'm with God. And it's a relationship with freedom. It's not a relationship with all these chains and strongholds and ties. You just get to be free. Nothing's gonna ruin your day or change your mood, because you know what you have at the end of the day. When you draw your strength from the power of God, I mean, there's nothing better than that. So I feel like I'm getting a little redundant, but I just hope you get it. So thank you for being here with me. And I love you guys. And I hope you have a really good day. And I just wish you have a lot of love in your life, and love radiates out of your soul, out of your spirit, out of your body, and everyone could feel the warmth of your presence. You could be a light in this world. You could be a candle. That's what I wish. That's what I pray. I pray that everybody gets to know God and everybody gets to know Jesus. I pray that all the time. So thank you guys for showing your support, because you're still watching. And that's amazing to me that you watched all this. And I really hope it makes your heart feel as good as mine feels right now. My heart is so in it and it feels so good, and I really hope you feel it too. So thank you. I just appreciate you.